Mojang's newest mob, the Sulfur Cube, is beyond strange, and kinda disturbing. The Chaos Cubed update that brought us sulfur, cinnabar geysers, and the brand new biome the Sulfur Cave threw a new creature into our collection of spawn eggs, the Sulfur Cube, a fully limbless, entirely block-shaped mob that can take the characteristics of other items it touches. By touching a loose block, the Sulfur Cube fully envelops it, turning itself into an immobile ball. Different blocks go further, have more friction, less bounce. The Sulfur Cube is driven to cover a block in its slime. But what is the Sulfur Cube? What is it made of? Is it like anything we've seen on Earth? What if it moved away from blocks and on organisms? Are we looking at a potential parasite? Sulfur is a non-toxic element found underground and in our bodies. It is constantly cycled through our immune system and is required for metabolism. It is not a jelly. So what is the Sulfur Cube if sulfur isn't the main substance? Soft-bodied organisms are organisms that lack rigid physical skeletons or frames. This includes earthworms, flies, sea urchins, leeches, jellyfish, and freshwater sponges. They are missing exterior and internal skeletons and control their body through muscle contractions. While many soft-bodied organisms have a functional skeleton, they are not made of enamel or vertebrae, rather liquid. A hydrostatic skeleton, or hydroskeleton, is a type of skeleton supported by hydrostatic fluid and pressure, which is found in most worms. Now, there are a lot of worms, and scientists think 75 to 300,000 are parasitic. These worms can live in your intestines, your lungs, even your skull. Well, is the Sulfur Cube a worm? Now, maybe it's a stretch. What about jellyfish? Worms are about 80% water, jellies are close to 98, and humans are only 60. Well, jellyfish are aquatic, they live in water, and worms prefer moist soil, and they die when they're out of it. They don't match up. What is a gelatinous animal? A gelatinous organism is one that is composed mostly of water, is lightweight, and aquatic. These delicate forms lack hard skeletons and muscles, as without water, these animals are without function. Salps, glass squid, and jellyfish are a few examples. Their see-through bodies are simple, yet unique. So the Sulfur Cube has to have muscles, along with the slimes and the magma cubes, because they don't require water to move around. While relaxing and contracting from one block to another isn't the most important task, it requires a lot of energy from the muscles. A Sulfur Cube has to have them. Interesting enough, when one of these three slimes are killed, they split into more cubes. When a large magma cube is killed, it splits into two medium ones. Binary fission. Except only with the Sulfur Cube can they grow back into adults. What soft-bodied organisms can binary fizz? Well, now we're down to Amoeba and into game theory territory. Well, we know Steve, the Ender Dragon, and Sulfur Cubes are all visible without a microscope. Steve is about 6 foot or so, and the Ender Dragon is way larger. A single-celled organism is not the size of a human child. So I'm going to skip to the point and just say nothing on Earth is like the Sulfur Cube. So the Sulfur Cube, its size, capabilities, and lifestyle is unique. But what if it moved on to organisms and started to mimic their behavior? Now there are 3 types of basic parasites. Ectoparasites that live on the exterior of their host, and they can carry diseases between humans and animals, and include the basics like ticks, fleas, mites, lice, and facehuggers. Then we have helminths, which are strictly parasitic worms that live in your GI tract, stomach, small intestines, large intestines. We got roundworms, flukes, tapeworms, and technically speaking, chestbursters. Then lastly, protozoans. Protozoans, or parasitic ones, are single-celled organisms not visible to the naked eye. They may live in your bloodstream or tissues, and spread through contaminated water or food, person-to-person contact, or through the bite of a vector. We have amoebas, sporozoans, flagellants, ciliates. Now, if this switch-up occurred, the Sulfur Cube would be an ectoparasite. As of now, the slime attaches to the exterior of a block and entirely encases it. This demonstrates parasitic behavior on a non-living surface. Now, how does a non-parasite change its behavior? Well, it's actually quite simple. Example 1. Life cycle. Many organisms only revert to parasitism during early stages of its life. A facehugger lays an egg in a host's stomach, but an adult xenomorph turns into a predator, hunting for food. This can also be seen when conditions change. Normal habits aren't suitable, so they change. Ectoparasites are in most cases much easier to remove. Internal parasites stay there for longer. A tick stays on for an hour or two, while a tapeworm can live inside for months. Now the question is, would a cube possessing a trapped mob be in the same immobile state as with the block? And would the Sulfur Cube be able to mimic the organism's behavior? Now an overview on parasite-induced behavioral alterations. Organisms without parasites do not function or act the same way they do without. The parasite infects the creature's central nervous system and takes control. You may have heard of the zombie ant fungus, or maybe Toxoplasma gondii. You know some ectoparasites change behavior too? So potentially, yeah, the Sulfur Cube can change its host's behavior. First attach through simple contact, infect its nervous system, and then bam, you have control. And that was my theory on the Sulfur Cube. I want to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you thought. See ya.